Today we're getting a late start, but we have to get some work done on this bus behind me. This is our shuttle bus that we use for hauling materials to do our home renovations. And recently we had a problem where the AC compressor went bad. So we're going to be fixing it. I'm not going to do a big walkthrough. We're going to keep this quick and easy, but some of you guys wanted me to take you along, so here it is. Earlier today we drove out. I took a chance, even though it's smelling pretty bad when it's running. And we drove down to a garage that does AC work, and we had them evacuate the AC system. And what they do is they hook it up to a vacuum pump and they suck all the refrigerant out. And that way, when we do work, we don't end up releasing refrigerant all over the place and making a mess of things. So the system is evacuated, vacuumed, and empty and ready for work. So I'm going to be swapping out a few parts, putting a new compressor in, and hopefully tomorrow we'll have it ready to bring back into town, and they will check the system for leaks and then recharge it and fill it with refrigerant. So let's get working. I decided that since we're doing the AC compressor and I have to have the system open, that I would throw a new evaporator. I think it's an evaporator, I don't know. A new radiator in. It doesn't necessarily need one, but I'm just figuring it wasn't much extra, and we'll have a whole new system basically. Okay, got that part out. It's not terrible. Here's the new one. Got the dryer out. This dries the line, make sure there's no moisture in your AC lines. That was a fight because our bus has some aftermarket systems in here that are kind of crowding the space. Try to get it to go forward.
It's pretty much right there.
Well, we're in a new day, but we're going to continue the work on this bus. I'm going to be trying to jack up the engine so I can get the compressor out. It's in a very tight spot, so this is all work underneath. We'll see how it goes. And it's still awkward.
So this is what went bad and made a weird noise when we were driving.
Oh, it feels bad.
The end of this is different looking.
It's different, but it's the same. Yeah.
Spin this.
I don't want to spin it too much, but yeah.
Smooth.
Yeah. We're just draining the new oil. This compressor is the new one. It comes with oil already in it, but we need to drain it so that we can refresh it with when we put it in. I don't know why.
That's what the directions say.
So we're going to take the oil out. And then we're going to be refilling it with new oil
stuff that came out of it was more yellow.
Yeah.
Look at that butterfly.
Somebody told me to lubricate these with this oil. So we're gonna put half of this in here.
Hopefully you don't spill it everywhere.
I'm just worried about getting dirt in here. Oil distributed. Now we're gonna get this attached. I'll do the gaskets later because I don't want to get them all filthy.
Okay.
So after we get this back in, we'll do this. But this is all secure and ready to put back in, surprisingly.
Awesome.
The 3 bolts are the same size, so doesn't matter which ones.
Okay.
Okay, that is in.
Is that the only one?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the hard part done, getting that compressor swapped out. I don't know if we showed this. We have the new dryer kind of in place. The accumulator, it's like a cylinder. We're gonna go ahead and get all these hoses hooked back together with new gaskets, and then we should be ready to put it back together. We're replacing this now. It's just awkward. I don't know if it's any better from below, but let me try. So let me tell you how the story ended. We finished up the bus and we drove it back to the AC shop to have them check the system, and they pulled vacuum on the system. They have a machine that they hook up to it that pulls all the air out of the system and creates a negative vacuum inside there so that they can not have anything in the system. No air, no moisture. That's important for it to work right. But then also they hold that vacuum to check for leaks, to see if there's any air coming in. So they did that. They found no leaks, which is awesome. That means I did a good job. They filled it with the refrigerant and it's done. It works, and the bus is driving so much smoother and quieter without that noisy compressor in there. I'm so happy this got done. We spent $350 on parts and $84 to have the AC vacuumed, evacuated, and refilled. So not too bad. We saved a ton of money by doing it ourselves, and the bus is back on the road, which means we can start getting supplies to finish up our house. And in fact, we already did. We were so excited after the AC shop that we just went straight to the store and picked up enough lumber to finish our project that we started the other day, which was finishing all the trim work in our hall area around the bedroom doors and the closet. So we'll be working on that soon, but not right now. Actually, let's do it right now. We're gonna get right into this. I know these trims seem fat, but you gotta remember the space between our doors. It's 3 doors in a row, so it's got some chunk right there to fill up. We're gonna go ahead and get all the door trims cut to length. The rest of them are all easy 1x4s. And then when we're ready, we'll get staining them. I think we're finally ready to stain all this wood. It's unbelievable how long it takes to get this stuff ready. It looks like, what, you got 4 boards, who cares? Trim work is slow and tedious, and all this finish work is slow and tedious. We had to build this big top piece for the top of the doors to match the decorative part of our house. We had to go in the workshop on our router tables and make this base cap so that we can fancy up our baseboard.
One at a time and wipe. Isn't that a nice stain?
Mm-hmm. And we're ready to shellac, so I'm getting my brush ready, cleaning it. I've been working this morning to finish up all the trim work, sanded it down, got a second coat of shellac on it, and now it is dry. So we're going to be bringing it in, installing it, and getting this whole hall area wrapped up so that our house can be one more step closer to being complete. As you can see, we've made no further progress on the closet. Been kind of slacking on that. I should have got that done yesterday, but that's okay. We'll tackle that another time. I just want to make this pretty. It's all about outward appearances. Do you guys see that huge trim right there? You wouldn't believe what we went through to get that.
Why don't you tell them?
We actually went shopping, came home with all of our wood. We cut our first piece of trim, which was one of these. And I came in just to test it. I always like test fitting, just to make sure everything's going good. And I put it in, I just wanted to see how the height was. And then I realized I got the completely wrong wood, and I had a 1x6, which was way too narrow. And it didn't even fill up this gap. So then we had to go back to the store to buy the 1x8s that we needed to put here. Kind of wasted a whole board. I didn't waste it, I'll try to use it for something else, but a lot of back and forth to the store and a lot of nonsense because for some reason I picked up the wrong wood and didn't notice until I put it in place. But this is looking good. There's one at both ends. I don't know where to put it.
You're overthinking it.
Let me see. Looking good so far. We're gonna need a spacer for me to put here to like get these ends right.
Oh, like a chunk?
Yeah. Just so I can get it kind of lined up. Last one for this. Door trim done. How much better does that look? These are the original hinges that came off the door. And we just spray painted them. Let's see if that's going to cause a problem. Seems okay.
Yeah.
So now I guess we're going to work on this baseboard, get this part done. Let's get this all vacuumed out. There's a lot of fuzz and dust down here. If this doesn't fit, it's not my fault. Since we have this door in, let's go ahead and get the hardware on. I want to get these knobs installed, and that means I have to prepare this old notch that they had for the old hardware because it doesn't fit the new hardware. So I'm just going to do some modifications to this little part right here. We're going to make it a little deeper and just change the shape of it a little bit. Okay, we're getting there. It's looking like it's gonna work. So I'm gonna keep tweaking this, get the door jamb done, and then we'll be back. Well, I guess we're gonna wrap this one up And I just wanted to let you know that we did get the doorknob installed. So the closet door is 100%, the closet trim is 100% the bedroom trim, and it all looks so much better. We also installed the baseboards, and we did crown molding, which we didn't show, but we finished the crown molding in the living room. There's still a tiny bit more to go in the nook area. We'll wait until we do the bathroom door and all that stuff. There's always going to be more trim work, so we'll just wait on that. But we just think this is a good spot to end because we started with kind of a broken bus and a mess. And now we're at least ending with a little bit of progress, even if it's just trim work and a doorknob. I wish we could have got those closet shelves in, but it's been a slow week with just all these delays. There's a lot of things that happened that we didn't even talk about. Like, for example, when we were doing the bus repair, we were missing the gaskets to install all the AC. It didn't come in the box and it was supposed to.
And another little part.
So we had to run out and do shopping, and luckily we were able to find those locally at a parts store and get them so that we can complete the job. And then when we got the trim wood, I mentioned to you guys that we bought the wrong wood.
Yeah.
And we had to go back and get more wood.
And then we had a rainy day and we couldn't do anything.
After I shellacked the first coat, the whole next day was nothing but rain.
Yep.
So it took me a whole day just to get back to finishing it. You wouldn't believe how long some of these projects take us. And it seems so little, but there's always something. And I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it's unbelievable to us sometimes. But we did say when we moved in that we're going to take our time and work at our own pace because we want this to be a more fun and relaxed experience for us. Mm-hmm. And as our house comes together and becomes more finished, it's easier to take your time because you feel like, okay.
Yeah.
Everything's livable and clean and there's no rush. But
and now we're almost done with everything. There's only a few more rooms left.
Well, I wouldn't even say a few rooms. The bathroom.
Couple rooms.
Kitchen. The bathroom is what we're rolling into. We're preparing for that. We actually just started ordering stuff for the bathroom and getting ready for that project. I've been really doing a lot of planning to make sure that everything's on track. What we do is we plan our project. We've had it planned for years now. But then we revisit it to make sure that we still like that idea because over time, ideas change. And for example, we're going to be doing a tiled floor in there. And let's just say that the tile we thought we were going to get months ago, we decided we don't like it now. So we got something different.
Yeah.
And we did order that. But that's how it goes. Sometimes it really helps to take your time because in the moment you might love something. But if you look at it again later on, you might be in a different frame of mind and say, that's not that great. If you installed it, you would live with it, but
you just move on and not think about it anymore.
Mm-hmm. But I think some of the revisions we're making are going to make this bathroom build even better. Even the sink has changed. Everything's going to be different. You guys won't know it, but we know it because it's our plan changed. So it's going to be cool. So I'm kind of glad that we took our time on this bathroom. And that's kind of what we're doing with the kitchen as well. I've been planning the kitchen, and I do have a layout, but I want to make sure I get everything perfectly right. And I'm just not ready to commit to it. It's a functional kitchen. We just need to build proper cabinets.
Yep.
That's pretty much it. That's where we're at right now on our projects. Everything else is going fine. We appreciate you guys coming along and joining us. And until next time, take care.
Bye.